Hi guys, Julie is here. I'm very glad to see you today, guys. Let me know if you can hear me well. And we will be drawing apricot today with this, look, with this beautiful stone here and leaf. So it will be a beautiful picture which we will be drawing within this 40-45 minutes. And I'm waiting while you are joining me. And what you will need today for drawing, you will need paper, pencils. It could be pastel pencils, and you can use any color pencils. And I'm waiting while you are taking them, and I will be using Derwent pencils and paper. I'm using craft paper, and you can use soft chalk, or you also, I know that many of you have Stabilo pastel pencils. You can use them as well. So we'll be using mostly orange, yellow, red, green, and a little bit of blue colors. So get ready with them, and I'm giving you a few seconds to prepare. Grab your drink, your paper. It could be even black paper or white paper, will work perfectly for this apricots, and then you can frame them and decorate your room or give as a present. And I will switch my camera now on the table, and we will start sketching. And within this 45 minutes you will get this beautiful picture, and I will be just delighted to see your beautiful artworks. So don't forget to share with me, guys. I always love to get your beautiful artworks. And now I'm switching my camera, and we are starting to draw these beautiful apricots, guys. Here we go. So I will just prepare my table. And so we are placing, I will be sketching with yellow ochre pencil here, and let me know if you can see properly. Don't forget to switch on my YouTube channel, and you will see in the comfort of your screen. It will be easy to draw. So we are starting with composition now, and we are placing our apricots in the center. In the center of your paper. So if it's big one, so you can place it in a little bit to the left or to the right, and I will be just putting them in the middle. And I will start sketching from the right apricot here, so it will be located a little bit to the right. So just check your paper in order not to go to the edges too near to them, and just go in and sketching this way. So remember, we are not drawing any apples, so I'm using light pencil, so probably you won't be see it great on the screens, but I'm doing it in order to make it easier for me to color it later. So I'm using ochre, and if you can't see, so I will just try to shade it a little bit. Wait a little bit and you will see. So if you are on YouTube, you can see this apricot shape, so try to repeat it. So, and you can also draw a stone here, and remember that you are drawing these curved lines here to draw the stone which is placed in the middle. So, and we will color and shade it, and we are just playing with the composition. So my apricot here is located a little bit forward to the viewer, and this one which is on the left I will put a little bit further. So I will put it on the left side, and it will be not so big as this one is the right one. And so what we are doing now, we are just placing our apricots on the paper, and we are just deciding about the composition. So what will be the main point here? It's definitely our apricots, guys, and you can draw a leaf here. You can go on the left side or on the right side. I will go on the right side, and my leaf here, as you can see on this picture, is a little bit small. So if you prefer to make it just bigger, just go, don't hesitate to do this, because I know that some of you will want to make it just bigger size, and it's fine. So I'm a little bit more maybe minimalistic in this way. So I'm just sketching and drawing a leaf, and I'm showing you how I'm building up this picture. And you can see that this apricot is here, located here, and this one goes a little bit up. So, and now I will start shading it, and you will see how it looks already. So I'm just using orange. And don't make these lines, obvious orange lines, just try to mix them. I will just do it only in the sense I want to show you the shape I have drawn, because it's too light on the screen, I can see. So I will just sketch a little bit, just shade it a little bit for you in order you can see. And now we will decide on the light, because if you are using pastel pencils, then guys, you will probably know, if you have already drawn, or if you are using just color pencils, you probably know that it can be sometimes very tricky to color with white on the top of pastels. So just put these white places in advance, just before we will start even shading. So it will be some light here dropping and here, and we decide that the light source is coming from the left to the right, and we are just shading a little bit here, and on our stone it will be light here. So we are just making a place for our light and shadows. So and drawing is all about light and shadows, guys. So leave some white space here for your pencil, and a little bit here, and it also will be rather light part here on this apricot. So, and if you will go for the leaf, you can also make it lighter lines here, and then we will shade it with light green, so you can already see it. And now I will be just shading our stone, guys, and you see I'm using Umber, just dark brown pencil here, but I will also leave some place for lights here, because it will be going up, and so some lights here, and also I will be using a little bit even red, just to color and to make this yummy effect on our apricots. So this is like when everything is built up, we just need to color it, and this is just enjoyment. And I'm not into going to be very super hyper realistic drawing here. It will be just more like a sketch one, but if you want to go into more details, you will probably need more than 45-50 minutes just to draw all these details. And you can absolutely do this if you like it more realistic look, but I will give you just an idea how to do this, and you can work on yourself further and to finish this drawing as you think and as you see this, and if you like to put more details on it. And I'm using now terracotta just to shade it up, and a little bit I will shade it here as well on the stone. So, and I'm using these movements of my pencil, just going in the way like this. So let me know if you can see it properly, and I know that I have already noticed that on Instagram you can't see it maybe properly, then just switch on my YouTube account, and you have the link in my profile, so you can go on my YouTube and you will see then what we are getting here. And now yeah, now you can see it a little bit better. So I'm still trying to keep it visual, the reference I have made for you. So I usually use 2 or 3 references and then just build up my own composition. In this way it's easy for me to use, and I'm usually sketching before our live streams, so you can see it on the left and it's easy for you to draw with me then. And so what I'm doing now, I'm just shading this stone here, and now you can see that around the stone, it will be this a little bit like more orange and red, because it will be like a deep, the stone is going into the deep and it will be shading a little bit. But it also will, you can use white pencil to show this like hairs on our stone, just to give an idea of it, that it's here and it's not even surface. So you see it's already becoming like 3D effect. And now I will show you this light dropping here and a little bit light here, and I will use now bright yellow, and I'm going from the lightest to the more orange. And it's all about shading here, so magic is just to manage it and to do in a proper way. And you can also try to use your white chalk to put some shadows, and then you will be using the tip of your chalk if you want to show some spotlights here to make them bright and visual. Then you can use your chalk, soft pastel chalk. I'm using Rembrandt chalk now, but you can use whatever you have just to show the spotlights. Then chalk works perfectly in showing shadows and spotlights. You can use dark for your shadows and lightest one for your spotlights. And a little bit, I will use a little bit orange here, but not so many, because it's something between yellow and orange. If you have this perfect, like in Stabila, they have this perfect orange, then you can shade it, and you can also blend it with your pencil. This is what I love about pastels, that you can blend with your pencil and work perfectly on it. And now I will be going on this orange side here, and it will be a little bit darker here because it's in the shadow part, and you can use also red and brown here just to shade, just to color this bottom part of our apricot. And it's summertime and it's perfect time to draw apricots, and just shading it up. And I'm not drawing the straight lines, as you can see. I'm trying to shade it and to go from dark to blend the colors. And then you can also use this blend paper stamp just to blend it, or you can use your fingers. It's absolutely usable, just an easiest way to use with your finger, to blend it with your finger. And then it will be lighter here because it's light dropping on our apricot here, so I will use again a little bit of white. If you are using like Stabilo pencils, then it will be not that white one, but it also will give that natural look for our apricots. And then I'm showing this edge here, and you can already see how yummy it's becoming already. And look guys, you also, when you're drawing in the shadow, it's not only brown and red, you can go into reflections, that it's also a lot of lights reflecting, and we can use even green here and a little bit blue just in this bottom part of our apricots. And to make this soft look, you can use a little bit of pink, then it will be this soft look of apricots, and just shading it up. So you see how beautiful it's already becoming. So it looks yummy. And now I will leave this part and go for the next one, but you can draw some more details here to show even that it's some juice here, and it goes from the middle part to the bottom, just not pressing too hard. So try not to press too hard your pencil and just lightly showing this like hairs here, and it will be going from this part, from middle to the edge, so you will see it. And it will be also darker part here when you can find a branch or a stem where in the place where it's fixed, so it can be a little bit darker and then shade it with pencils. So it's all about mixing, and pastel techniques, it's all about something between painting and drawing, and it's a very like relaxing technique I found for myself, so I really enjoy using pastels, especially for the sketching. Like for the drawing, I would say I would probably go for oil painting, but for sketching I think that pastels is just amazing. And now I'm going to the left apricot here, so and we can still work on this right one, we will come back, but now when we have already sketched it a little bit, we can go to the left just to show you how it works all together, and then we'll come back to this one to work on it as well. So in the middle part it will be like, I have already noticed that I have sketched it a little bit differently than in this one, so it's not it's always, even you are drawing for many times, each time it will be something new. So the dark part will be here, and also where the stem is located, it will be the darkest part here. You can also use this brown or maybe a little bit gray. Guys, if I'm too fast, just let me know, because I know that I can be very fast. Just let me know, just if you need more time, take your time, and you can then just rewatch it and draw on my YouTube channel. It will be a video saved, so you will be able to see it. Don't forget to subscribe and write your comments and let me know what you want me to draw next time for you guys, and I am always happy to draw something new with you. So, and don't forget to show your artworks, what you will draw today, so I will share them on my Instagram account. So, and we are shading this with a little bit red. I use an orange and brown, and you can change different browns, and even green will work here, so you can mix it up with maybe a little bit darker green. So just shading it and showing that it's in the dark part, and I will need also this gray just to shade it a little bit. So, and here it will be just a light one going, so I will just so it's colorful, rather colorful I have got here today. So many colors, nobody uses so many colors, but I love to use colors, I'm all about colors. That is why I'm using green and yellow and pink. So, and now I'm more into more artistic impressionist manner, so I'm mixing the colors, and for me this is the most enjoyable part, just to mix it. And this part will be in the dark, so I will use red for this one, just to show the shadow, and it will be going in this way, dropping on our apricot, and it will be dropping it here. But also remember, when you color the apricot, to make these lines like this, because what we are shading here is almost an oval or a circle, whatever is easy for you to get an idea of. So we have to show the light and shadow and reflections here as well. And now I will use a little bit pink here, and a little bit orange, and mix it up. So you can blend it with your finger, with a paper stamp, whatever you have at home, just blend it up. So and I also need to pop up this part, so I will drop some light here in order to pop up this part of apricot. And you see, I will add a little bit green here, just for shading, I would say. And here, and let me know, guys, if you see it properly and if you are on time. So don't rush, just take your time. I know I can be too fast for shading it, so I will just give you time to draw it, and I will be shading this part while you are coloring all. And when you are drawing, just try to keep your hand up or put a piece of paper or something, not to smash it up, just to do like this. Then this piece of paper will be fresh. And I will add also a little bit red here. So now it's all about, I would say, more about details now. It's not about coloring, it's about thinking where will be light, where will be shadow. And if you are drawing from references, then it will be sometimes very obvious and sometimes not. So sometimes you have to make up your mind and just to walk from the understanding of light and shadow, and then build your own picture. So, and I obviously here I'm just building up my own picture and showing you how to create. So this is more about art. It's not about just copying the image, because there are so many techniques now to copy the images, and it's not about the art. Art is about creating. It's a little bit different. So I'm more into art. If you are with me, then follow me and join my course, which we are starting in a week, where you will learn even more techniques in soft pastels and get my feedback on your works, so you will create a lot of beautiful artworks on your own. So don't miss it up, and the link will be below this video. You always can join me for drawing on my art courses, and I will be very happy to see you guys there. So this part will be a little bit on the light here, so just look if you got this light and shadows. And I have so many colors already here, and now we'll go to the leaf. So I will just, my leaf is rather small. If you want to make it bigger, just do it. Yeah, you don't need to copy me. I'm just giving you some ideas, and you decide if it will be bigger or small. So I know that some of you will decide to make it bigger. It's okay. And what I found about the leaves, it's easy always to shade it a little bit in the beginning, just to show this green shade, and then to go into the form drawing, so to draw the edges. And you can use a little bit darker one and go from the dark in the middle and go to the light on your edge, and the same is here. So light here and dark pencil you can use here, and this is how it works. So this is just the main idea, and you can use yellow, green, and even a little bit of blue you can add into the shadow part. Here it will also work perfectly, and a little yellow, don't forget to drop, just to show this yellow sunlight. And I will just show you about the edges of the leaves. So it's all about light and shadows again. So, and I will add yellow a little bit here, and just try to show it in this manner. but still blended, you know, not to make this childish look. And even if kids are drawing with me, they also don't want this childish look, they want very adult look, very realistic, a very expressive look. And nowadays are all about expressions of our thoughts, about ourselves. So I love this expression method of drawing. So, and now I will add a little bit bright green just to pop it up. Yeah, so I will mix a little bit of white because it will be a light drop in here and here. So you just mix up the colors. And it's no limit to the perfection here, it's just the limit of time, and if you want to go into more details, just go and do it. So it's just shading and go in with the leaves as much as you wish. You always can just drop a few lines of green and it will be also leaf. It just would be an idea of leaf, and now brain will walk out and make the form of this leaf. So always are possible in drawing. And now just a few drops of blue I will use here. I want to add some shadows, so I'm using this dark navy color, and you can use maybe purple here as well if you wish. So just to shade, to add some shadows, and it's already beautiful, like it's walkable, and a little bit yellow to the light, and mixing up. That's it. And now I will show you how to create this background and to drop the shadow of our apricots, and still adding some details. So it's never enough of details, and you can go on to details as much as you wish, guys. And I think it's some light here as well, maybe we need to drop. Yeah, it looks better. And now I will add here, but I'm not drawing the whole line. I'm just dropping a little bit here and a little bit here, and this is the tip to make it more realistic looking. And now what we will be doing, we will just add shadow. In order to put our apricots on its place, we need to put some shadows. And as as my light goes from left to right, then I will just draw the shadow from left to right, because it will be dropping a shadow here. Definitely it will be here. So it drops here, and it will be dropping some shadow here. You can leave it like this in an oval shadow, but if you want to go further, you can use the chalk and work on many details, and you can put some reflections of orange, which is dropping on the surface, of red, and a little bit of yellow. So you definitely can drop, and I will just show you how to drop this light. I will use maybe this one, and I will use this side of a chalk and just do like this. It's very artistic and very easy to use, but I really enjoy it and love it because it's so easy and so beautiful, and it makes some expression, and then just go in here and mixing the shadows. So I'm not doing this academic drawing now, but just mixing it up and adding some contemporary look to my apricots, and I really love it and enjoy it. And I got a question where I have studied art, so I have graduated from Architectural Institute, and as far as I can remember myself, I was into art from the childhood, and so I'm professional interior architect and artist. So here we go, and now we need to add some light to make it look like more light and bright. And now we will use the side of this white chalk. I am using Rembrandt chalk, so you can obviously use any one chalk you wish, and just creating some surface here. And it makes, you will agree with me, it makes our apricots to pop up of this paper, and they just come up to us. And you can also drop some lights here, and it will be very beautiful just looking up. And just a little bit of shadows, you can use peach, or maybe you will use green or yellow or purple. It's just up to colors you love. And this is already like a beautiful picture which we have created, and you can already still work a little bit on it, just add some edges here. So it's never enough, but it's always good to know when it's better to stop than to go forward. So just add in some shadows here and some lights, and then it's all about lights and shadows, because in lights and shadows they influence how it will be, if it will be 3D or not. So let me know, guys, what you have already done, what you have created, and if you have any questions, just ask me and I will be happy to answer them. And I really enjoy our Sundays. Every Sunday 6 p.m. I'm here for drawing and sketching with you guys, and we are drawing usually the small pieces which we can create during 40 minutes. And if you want more, always join me for drawing on my art courses, and you have the link on my YouTube channel on Instagram if you are on Instagram. And I want just to add a little bit orange here, so in order to make it look yummy. I think it's pretty good, so I really enjoy its yummy look. And you can drop a little bit pink here, so it will be very popping up. And don't forget to shade it in these directions. And let me know if you like the drawing, and don't forget to share with me your beautiful pictures, guys. Just will switch my camera now, just add some details, and always just difficult to stop. It's a beautiful picture I think we have created during this Sunday, and I hope you enjoyed this time, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm just saying you goodbye. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed drawing with me. Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel and my Instagram, and send me your beautiful artworks. I really love you guys, and wishing you a beautiful, beautiful evening. And don't forget to send your beautiful pictures in order I can share it with you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.